I should have known something was wrong when my wife, Clara, started taking longer routes home. It started small. She'd always hated driving, so Uber became her second shadow. Then, 6 months ago, she mentioned the same driver kept accepting her rides. He's just really reliable, that's all. I didn't think much of it. Why would I? We'd been married 8 years. I trusted her. But then the receipts didn't match up. A 10-minute trip from her office to her yoga class suddenly took 47 minutes. Traffic, she'd say, but Google Maps showed clear roads. She'd come home flustered, her lipstick faded, smelling like cheap air freshener. The car was stuffy, she'd snap when I asked. Then came the Thursday book club. It's a new group, she told me, every week like clockwork. But her best friend, Rachel, once mentioned she hadn't seen Clara in months. Still, I ignored it. Until last Tuesday. I found the necklace. A silver chain with a tiny taxi charm, still in its box, buried in her gym bag. The receipt was dated 2 weeks prior. Paid in cash. When I confronted her, she turned into someone I didn't recognize. Clara, you're spying on me now? The deflection was almost impressive. Me, why would you buy a taxi necklace? Clara, it's a joke, you paranoid freak. Inside joke with Rachel. She stormed out, slamming the door so hard the frame cracked. That's when I checked our phone bill. 87 texts to the same number last month. All between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. All while I was asleep. I installed a location-sharing app on Clara's phone the day after the necklace fight. She'd left it unlocked in her panic, a rare mistake. For 2 weeks, I watched. Every Thursday at 7:15 p.m., her dot would leave her office and go nowhere near the library where her book club met. Instead, it parked behind a budget motel 20 minutes away. The Sunset Inn. Room 214. Always exactly 97 minutes. I mapped the route. 11 traffic lights. 3 left turns. Past our favorite coffee shop where we'd had our first date. Yesterday, I followed her. I sat in my car across the street, watching through binoculars as a grey Toyota Camry, Uber sticker still on the windshield, pulled up. The driver got out. Tall, maybe 35, with that cocky walk of a man who thinks he's winning. Clara practically ran to him. They kissed like they weren't in a public parking lot. Like I didn't exist. Like our marriage was already dead. My hands shook so badly I could barely take the photos. Then came the text. Clara, 7:42 p.m. running late. Book club discussion got heated. I replied with a photo of the motel sign. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Clara, you're following me now? You're sick. Me, room 214. Should I knock? The phone rang immediately. Clara, listen to me, it's not what you mean. I can see him through the curtains, Clara. Silence. Then the line went dead. 23 minutes later, she stormed out alone, mascara running. The Uber driver stayed inside. When she got home, the gaslighting began. Clara, you drove me to this. You've been emotionally absent for years. Me, so cheating was your solution? Clara, we were just talking. He understands me. She threw a vase. Shattered our wedding photo. I slept on the couch with my phone recording all night. I've seen enough true crime to know how these stories end. The motel confrontation changed everything. Clara stopped pretending and started war. I came home Friday to find my dresser drawers emptied onto the bed. Clara, looking for your hidden cameras, since you're so obsessed with spying. She'd factory reset our shared iPad. Deleted 8 years of photos. When I grabbed her wrist to stop her, she screamed like I'd attacked her. The neighbors called 911. That's when I got smart. My lawyer told me to document everything. So I 1. Pulled our joint credit card statements. 2. Found $1,287 in business dinners at restaurants near the Sunset Inn. 3. Discovered a $450 charge for couples massage on our anniversary month. I was at a conference. But the smoking gun? Uber receipts. 87 rides with driver number 44782, Marcus R. The app showed every detour. Asterisk 22 stops at his apartment building. Asterisk 14 route deviations adding 30+ minutes. Asterisk 3 rides where she stayed in the car for over 2 hours. Then I checked her Google history, she forgot to log out. Searches. Asterisk how to tell if husband is tracking you. Asterisk can Uber drivers date passengers. Asterisk divorce laws, our state, dated 4 months ago. The timeline hit me like a truck. She'd been planning this. Marcus wasn't some accident. He was a destination. When I confronted her with printouts, she switched tactics. Clara, you think this proves anything? I felt alone. This is your fault. Me, so you fucked a stranger in a Toyota Corolla? Clara, we are in love. He listens. He cares. She packed a suitcase with my favorite watch inside. I didn't stop her. As her taillights disappeared, my phone buzzed. A Facebook notification. Clara R. is now in a relationship with Marcus D. Profile picture, them kissing in his Uber. Marcus had a wife. This discovery came via LinkedIn of all places. His profile picture showed the same silver chain Clara now wore. A reverse image search led me to Melissa R., his spouse of 9 years. Her Instagram was a punch to the gut. Asterisk anniversary posts with hashtag happily married. Asterisk pictures of Marcus fixing their daughter's bicycle. Asterisk a fundraiser for their church. I debated for 3 days before messaging her. Her reply took 9 seconds. Melissa, oh God. Not you too. Turns out Marcus had form. 3 affairs that she knew about, all with passengers. Uber even suspended him last year after complaints. Melissa, he buys them all the same necklace. Calls it his charm offensive. Meanwhile, Clara escalated. Asterisk changed our Netflix password to Marcus for Eva. Asterisk mailed me divorce papers with irreconcilable differences circled in red. Asterisk sent daily texts about how Marcus satisfies her emotionally and physically. Then came the social media blitz. Her post. When you finally break free from toxic masculinity and embrace real love. Hashtag new beginnings. Comments poured in from her friends, queen behavior. That ex-husband of yours was holding you back. My favorite part? The photo showed Marcus's hand on her thigh, with his wedding band clearly visible. I screenshot everything. When my lawyer subpoenaed Marcus's Uber records, we hit gold. Asterisk 147 rides with Clara, minimum fare every time. Asterisk 23 cancelled trips where they clearly met anyway. Asterisk GPS data placing his car at our home twice while I was away. But the real twist came yesterday. A call from an unknown number. Marcus, we need to talk. Clara's lying to you and me. Marcus showed up at my office unannounced, looking nothing like his Uber profile photo. Dark circles under his eyes, a fresh scratch across his cheek. Marcus, she told me you were separated. Showed me fake text arguments. He handed me his phone. Screenshots of Clara's messages. Asterisk, he moved out months ago. Asterisk, we are just waiting for the divorce to finalize. Asterisk, I'd never cheat, unlike him, with a photoshopped image of me at a bar. But the real shock came when he played a voice memo. Clara's voice, once we get his 401k, we can disappear to Mexico. Melissa will never find us. I nearly laughed. My frugal, son-phobic wife hated Mexico. Marcus looked sick. She's been stealing from me too. Over $3,000 in emergency cash. We made an uneasy alliance. He gave me hotel receipts Clara made him falsify. Proof she'd accessed his Uber earnings. Texts planning to drain my savings next month. That night, Clara came home to changed locks and a process server. Her scream could have shattered glass. "You can't do this." Through the door, I heard her call Marcus. Straight to voicemail. Then Melissa answered from his phone. "Melissa, stop calling my husband." The thud of her fist against the door shook the frame. "I'll ruin you." I played her own voice memo back through the wood. Silence. Then running footsteps. My lawyer's email arrived at midnight. Marcus flipped. "We have everything. Court date set for Thursday." The courthouse smelled like stale coffee and bad decisions. Clara arrived wearing the necklace Marcus had given her, a bold choice. Her lawyer immediately requested a private settlement. Mine declined. Then Marcus took the stand. Under oath, he admitted, Clara knew he was married from day one, she'd bragged about manipulating me, they'd planned to split my assets. The judge's face grew darker with each revelation. Clara's composure cracked when the prosecutor played her voice memo about Mexico. Her shriek echoed through the room. He edited that. The judge fined her for contempt. Then came Melissa's testimony. She presented Marcus's Uber logs proving 200+ hours with Clara. Bank transfers Clara had demanded. Screenshots of Clara threatening to expose Marcus if he left her. The final blow? My PI had discovered Clara never attended book club. The organizer testified. Faked work trips using Photoshop, had been visiting Marcus's apartment since before the necklace. When Clara took the stand, she alternated between tears and rage. "Clara, he neglected me for years." Prosecutor, "Your Instagram shows date nights every week." Clara, "Marcus manipulated me." Prosecutor, "You texted 'I love your wedding ring, it turns me on.'" The judge awarded me full ownership of our home, reimbursement of stolen funds, a permanent restraining order. As bailiffs escorted Clara out, she locked eyes with me and hissed, "You'll die alone." I smiled for the first time in months. 6 months later. 1. Marcus lost his Uber license after Melissa reported his affairs. Last I heard, he's working at a car wash. 2. Clara violated the restraining order twice, first by mailing me the necklace, DNA tested positive for Marcus, then showing up at my gym. She now faces criminal charges. 3. The house sold for 20% above market value. I used the money to buy a downtown condo, with a parking spot big enough for my new motorcycle. But the real closure came yesterday. A letter from Clara's therapist, legally obtained through discovery. Patient exhibits clear narcissistic injury following loss of control over spouse. Projects all wrongdoing onto others. Unlikely to develop insight. I framed it. As for me? I'm dating again. Nothing serious yet, just coffee with normal, emotionally stable women who don't know Uber drivers' phone numbers by heart. The scars are still there. But like any good navigation system, I've learned, when you're on the wrong road, the only move is to recalculate.